Hello again. I am Bane, and I'm on a road trip. A road trip seeking bike adventure. It is almost the middle of February. We've had snow on the ground the last month, basically. Snow and ice. Big snowstorm. I haven't been able to get out on the bike in almost a month, and my adventure queue is running out. What do I mean by my adventure queue? Well, that's my videos that you guys are watching. I'm trying to keep a video every week, every Friday at 10 a.m., folks. You guys should know this already. If you don't, you need to like and subscribe and follow along. Anyways, I'm heading south. I gotta get some biking in. I'm going nuts not getting to do anything. So I'm heading south to get away from the snow and ice, folks. And I'm going to do a bunch of biking. Maybe some collabs, which you've already discovered by now. If you're watching this, it's already out. So I've done a few of these road trip videos. I like doing them. I don't know if y'all like watching them or not, but I like doing them. Gonna be a lot of blabbing on the road trip portion of this. I mean, a lot of blabbing on all my stuff, to be fair. Anyways, I'm heading south. We're gonna do a bunch of biking. I don't plan on doing any actual bike packing. I'm just gonna hit a bunch of bike trails and do some filming. Now, right now, I'm heading towards Johnson City, Tennessee this evening, and I'm going to bike the Tweetsie Trail tomorrow. I think that's right. I think it's the Tweetsie Trail that's in Johnson City. And after I hit the Tweetsie Trail, I'm heading on down to South Carolina to Greenville. I'm going to go harass Scott from Joyful Trails. Scott lives right on the Swamp Rabbit Trail in Greenville, South Carolina. What's it? How's he call it? South Carolaki? I don't know. I don't remember. Scott has never biked the trail end to end, as far as I'm aware of. So he's never given a Joyful Trail rating of the trail from end to end. So we're going to go down and make him bike the trail end to end. Just a coincidence, folks, but that's what we're going to do. Anyways, we're going to hit the Swamp Rabbit Trail on Saturday, which is Valentine's Day. I'm going to go spend Valentine's Day with my only true love. Bike adventuring. Anyways. So I'm currently in Kentucky. I live in Ohio. Quickly run through into West Virginia and then quickly into Kentucky. I'm now riding Route 23 south in Kentucky, where we'll hit Virginia and pound Virginia, and then we'll, I don't know, ride down through Virginia. I don't know how much I'll be able to film the route. Like, it's cool to try to film entering the different states, but it's probably gonna be dark by the time I hit Virginia. And if it ain't dark by the time I hit Virginia, by the time I hit Tennessee, it certainly will be. Anyways, on we go, folks. Stick around for this road trip adventure. That's 5 minutes of blabbing. Maybe I'll cut it down some. Maybe I won't. I don't know. I like doing these road trip videos. Anyways, I like doing these videos. To be honest, my memory sucks and I have a hard time keeping track of what I've done. And going back through the video kind of reminds me of my trip, and then I can go back and watch it anytime I want to. I've done, I think, 3 or 4 of these. I like doing them. On we go, folks. Like and subscribe, follow along. I am up and heading out. I'm in Johnson City, Tennessee. It looks like it's going to be a beautiful day. It's supposed to be in the 40s. Right now it's 28 degrees. And I'm goofing off a little bit before I start the trail so that it gets warm a little bit more. I made it into town last night at 8:30. And Chris, who I met on the creeper ride, group ride, invited me to stay with him. So huge shout out to Chris and his wife Heather. I'm not used to staying with people. I'm always nervous about it, but it was really nice. So I got in at 8:30 and we blabbed, mainly I blabbed, for like 3 or 4 hours. It ended up being 12:30 before everybody went to bed. Thanks for listening to me vent, Chris. And thank you, Heather, for letting Chris invite random YouTube celebrities over to crash. 10 out of 10, I would stay with y'all again. It's early, folks. So, I'm on the Johnson City side currently, and I think I'm gonna goof off. There's like a historic site up here, and we're gonna go check that out. And then I'm gonna head over to the other side of the Tweetsie Trail, and then bike back to Johnson City. There's some stuff on the other side that I want to check out, and I want to be parked over here on that side. And I like biking. If there's an elevation gain, I like to bike it first on an out and back trail. Anyways, on we go, folks. Good morning. Good morning to me. Well, folks, I'm in Johnson City this morning, and I'm goofing off a little bit, waiting for it to warm up. I believe the Tweetsie Trail is only about 10 miles long, so, you know, I got time to goof off a little bit. I'm basically waiting for it to get warmer. I can currently still see my breath. But it's sunny. It's supposed to be in the 40s today. I jumped on Google Maps and I found this place. This is the Tipton-Haynes site. I ain't going through all the history here. This is the site of the home occupied by John Tipton, a Revolutionary War officer, legislator, and opponent of the state of Franklin. A skirmish between supporters and opponents of Franklin was fought here in February 1788. The house was later owned by John Tipton Jr. and Landon Carter Haynes. Y'all can read the little, you know, if I do a video and there's a little shot of the historic stuff, like the signs, y'all can pause that and read it. All right, I'm gonna put some shoes on and stroll around. I don't really know what all is here, and I'm just killing time. But it looks like some old log houses and old farms. Millstones. They had to turn the lights on for me. Lots of old stuff in here, folks. They just opened up. The tour is $4. And there's a guided tour for $6. The guided tour lets you go in the houses that we're going to go look at. But it only starts every hour. And I'm just poking around. Pretty nice wagons. The Taylor buggy, used by Robert Love Taylor and Alfred Taylor. Politics, folks. Politics. Man, look at this bad boy. Typical example of a turn of the century transportation in our region. 1875 to 1905. The Columbus Buggy Company of Columbus, Ohio. Let's see. So this bad boy comes from Ohio, which is technically where I come from. Fenders are made out of leather. This is another carriage. Imagine traveling in this, and the only light you have are these oil lights or oil lamps. That's pretty cool. That's an old book. Old stuff. The self-guided walk. Old barn. Probably do a quick run through and get some shots of this stuff. Use my $4 wisely. You can definitely tell the difference in the temperature when you hit the shade. George Haynes cabin. I'll get a shot of that in a second. I wonder what year this house is. You know, that's pretty silly since there's information all over the place, but you know, I assume the log houses are older than this one, but I can tell even from here that this has like the old glass. One thing a lot of movies get wrong is when they show houses, the glass will be real clear. And all these old houses, the glass was not clear. Tipton-Haynes home. The Tipton-Haynes home and had 3 major transformations between the late 1700s to the mid 1800s. Colonel John Tipton bought the property in 1784 and built a simple story and a half cabin with a basement kitchen after his father's death. Anyways, y'all can read that. Probably shouldn't spend too much time. I still got to drive to the other end of the trail and have breakfast and get ready. Probably be at least an hour. I don't know. The law office. Known as the Silver Tongue Operator, Landon Carter Haynes. If you're in Johnson City and you like old history, what history isn't old? Probably be a nice little spot to stop and check out. Let's go down and see these cabins over the hill. Almost skipped this. I read about this online. It's a little tunnel, a little cave. And I didn't bring a light, but it's not very big, so. It goes back further, but I I have a light. Looks like there's another entrance over there, actually. Kids would love this. I'm ducking down, so not so much. Actually, I don't know why I'm ducking down. It's actually tall in this spot. Okay, that's pretty cool. The other entrance. I ain't climbing up out of here. I will go back the way I came. It goes that direction too, but I'll be honest, I can't see anything, so I'm not risking it. Ouch. That's cool. I hit my head anyways. There's the site up there. Well, that was cool. I should have brought my headlamp out of the car. It's a small little cave. So it's a small cave, but they found a lot of stuff there. Found the tooth of a dire wolf. That's kind of neat. So that's going to be it for this quick little stop. That's how we do these road trips, folks. If I end up in a town somewhere, I open up Google Maps and I just see what's in the area. Now, it looked like there's some stuff along the Tweetsie trail too, which we'll get to check out. So that's pretty exciting. We're heading to, I'm on the Johnson City side now. We're heading to the other side, Elizabeth Town or something, I don't know. Sorry about this angle, the sun's behind me and I'm trying to hide it. Anyways, we're gonna start from the other end and bike this way because that's the elevation gain. And then we'll bike back. Then we'll head to Greenville, South Carolina, according to Scott. All right, folks, on we go. I haven't been using instant oatmeal. I've been making my own, but the instant oatmeal is more convenient. Not so much to cook it, because I cook it the exact same way. But it's more convenient because I ain't got to prep it. And some hemp seeds. It's also another 180 calories and 10 grams of protein. That's about 100 milligrams of caffeine. 200. Let's make it 3. About 300. That's right, folks. It's time to ride the Tweetsie Trail. Alright, I am here on the trailhead, packed up, ready to go. I got the 520 today, all loaded up. I've had breakfast. I hope I haven't forgot anything. And we're getting going. So, if you're seeing this and you haven't seen the Tweetsie Trail video, it's already ready to go, so check it out if you're interested. I don't know why you'd be watching this otherwise. Like and subscribe. On we go. For those following along, that is it for the Tweetsie Trail. I'm not 100% sure what it's going to look like, but we're going to go check out a section where they plan on extending the Tweetsie Trail. At least we're going to go look at it and see what it looks like. There's a path. Oh, this is a terrible spot. There's a path where the trail is going to go, but it's the original surface, and it's probably nasty. And I only got these 38mm tires, but we're gonna go have a look-see and see if we could check that out. There's a few things I want to check out before we split up out of the area. I'm pretty sure I saw a caboose down on the end of Main Street. So we're gonna have to check that out. And then here's the bridge. This is a vehicle bridge, a car bridge for traffic. It's obviously old. There's pillars over here on the left, which I assume would have been for the train. The bridge has seen better days. It's collapsing. Oh, wow. Duck, folks. Duck. Check that out. So from a distance, this looks paved, and it is not. It's concrete, is it? It's concrete. This is a very cool tunnel. This is one of the cooler tunnels I've seen. We'll walk through it real quick. I left my car sitting on the side of the road, and I was dumb and didn't lock the doors. It's a short tunnel, curved, carved out of the rock, and they've got these, it's got concrete in here. Look at that. That's super cool. Oh man, look at this. This is thought to be the last steam-powered locomotive that was still in commercial use. And then there's a boxcar that was originally used on the Tweetsie line. And then a Southern caboose. Look at that caboose. not in bad shape. They've got this under a roof to take care of it. Look at that. It's late in the day, folks. It's late in the day. So, for those who didn't know, the Tweetsie Trail, the Tweetsie line, the name came from one of the locomotives. The sound of the whistle is where the name Tweetsie came from. That's a pretty neat locomotive. It's unique. You know what? This is a locomotive, and I could be wrong, but this is a locomotive that probably didn't have a fire in it. There's a locomotive similar to this in Gallipolis, Ohio, and it doesn't have the doors you can see in, and I got a tour there. They had these steam-powered locomotives like this, and they filled this up. They pumped the steam into this, and they used it to go indoors. So if they had a fire indoors, like a steam-powered locomotive, coal-powered, it would cause an explosion. So they had locomotives like this to go indoors, and they pumped these full of steam, and that's how they operated. So instead of building a fire and building steam, they pumped them full of steam for the pressure. I'm not positive on that because I can't see inside, but I'm like 99% sure about that. So the fire, yeah, doesn't have an open fire. See the back of this locomotive? On a normal steam-powered locomotive where they was building a fire, where they was shoveling coal, this is open. And they would shovel coal from a coal car on the right here into it to build the fire. This doesn't have that. This is enclosed completely. So this was taken and filled up with steam and used to move in and out of buildings to prevent fires and explosions. Look at that. I am learning stuff from my bike adventures. I've had a really good day so far. The Tweetsie Trail was pretty nice. I liked it. The Tweetsie Trail was on my list of possibilities to check out on my way down, but it wasn't set in stone. And Chris messaged me, and he said, hey, if you're leaving tonight after work, you can stop here if you want for the Tweetsie Trail. And I'll be honest, I thought it was hilarious that he knows my routine. Get off work and leave immediately. Gotta make the best of all my time. And because of that, I did the Tweetsie Trail today. And the Tweetsie Trail surface was a lot better than I expected it to be. I expected it to be muddy and soft, but it was pretty nice. North Carolina.
This edition of Joyful Trails. Now,
let's go back to the Newport campground.
Hey, you guys passing out tickets?
No.
All right. We're just here to pick something up, so we parked so we can run in.
Oh,
and we're
okay.
all parked, not necessarily in the. We're YouTuber guys, so that's what the camera's for. I'm not a film the cops doing stuff they're not supposed to do, dude. I'm just a YouTube bike video. I only say this because you're looking at me funny while I hold this camera, and I'm sure you guys are used to coming up with cameras all the time. So I just making sure he wasn't getting tickets. We're gonna only be here for 5 minutes.
I know. I work for the city. I know you. Yeah. I've done stuff with you before. Yeah. So I'm going to grab a piece of gear and then.
That's his car over there, and those are our bikes. And if you guys want to hang out and guard those bikes, I won't worry about my bike getting stolen. I'm in this Outback over there. I'm now the director or something, but I'm only the director for about 5-10 minutes. Thanks, guys. Well, if we wasn't getting towed, now we are.
So you've heard me talk about my day job. This is my day job.
Yeah.
This is we used to have bike races in Greenville, and this is George Hincappy, who used to be teammates with Lance Armstrong, and he's from Greenville. So
The folks, it is Saturday morning, and we're getting ready to do our bike adventure. We got to stop at Scott's place of employment.
Because I forgot a critical piece of gear.
So y'all's getting behind the look scenes in this road trip video, and I'm real paranoid about getting towed or having my bike stolen while Scott's out here goofing off. Hey, look, there's a bicycle.
Yeah, that's kind of for anybody that needs it.
What, they got a anybody use bike?
Yeah.
So I'm with Scott here today. We're gonna have a joyful time on the Swamp Rabbit Trail. I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but Scott's never done the entire Swamp Rabbit Trail in one go, and he hasn't done. Look, hang on now, flip it around. City of Greenville, folks. City
Welcome
of
to
Greenville.
the GVL, or G Vegas as we call it.
This place is happening. I can tell by just coming in, but I was saying, Scott's never done the entire trail, and he's not done a rating on it, but he's not done the entire trail. So we drove down just to make him. Look at this, it's Scott's office.
Yeah, quick
I don't know if y'all know this or not, but Scott likes bicycles.
office tour. Also, look, Nick Saban, former head coach of Alabama Crimson Tide.
I'm glad you mentioned it, because I have no idea. I don't know anything about nothing. Look, a real camera, folks. A real camera.
My daughter gave me this for Christmas one year.
Director of Awesomeness. Seems legit.
I don't know.
I'm backing it up.
Friends, enjoy today. There's only one way to do that. It's got 2 wheels.
That's right.
Okay.
We got I was saying here, we got a real camera. And that reminds me, folks, we get 5,000 subscribers for getting a real camera.
All right.
This is some behind the scenes quality content, folks. I hope y'all appreciate it. Doesn't look like Scott knows what he's looking for, or rather, Scott can't find what he's looking for. So we decided to crash City Hall.
Hey, if you go straight ahead, you can get a view of the city from up here.
You're trying to get me tackled and tased. So we're parked illegally. Not only are we parked illegally, but we got 2 cars parked illegally. And there's some officers outside, and I jumped out of my car with the camera, like filming what we're doing. And I went up and I was laughing and joking with them, which I think I recorded. I think I recorded it, and I'm like, this guy, like, the one officer was mean mugging me because he probably thought I was one of these a-holes that like to film the police officers. And I'm not an a-hole that likes to film police officers.
See, real quick, let me see this. This is the city, but instead of looking at it on this picture, why don't we just get out there and experience it? Like, get out there and hit the streets.
That's an awful nice picture. Let's go do it.
Yeah.
This, look, I don't know if y'all have seen the Swamp Rabbit Trail, but this bridge right here, looks familiar.
Yeah, and this is where we are right now, like on the 8th floor of that building.
Look at that, folks. All right. That's it for this really long clip. And we'll see y'all on the trail probably, or at least on the way to the trail.
All right, let's go.
On this road trip portion. Look, here's more pictures of the bridge. They got some nice art in here.
Yeah.
They're lucky I'm a public figure. Folks, we're in Greenville, South Carolina. Heading to one end of the Swamp Rabbit Trail. So we're going to park on one end, go to the other, and then bike back, and then, you know, do the whole car shuttle shuffle. I'm jacked up on caffeine this morning already having a good time. Greenville seems like a happening place. Alright, folks, we are, I parked my car on one end of the trail, and now we're headed to the other end of the trail. We're going to bike back. For those of you that don't know, it is Saturday. It's Valentine's Day. And we're out here, we're a couple divorced dads out here chasing our only true love we have left, adventure.
Spending Valentine's Day with Bane was not on my bingo card.
Yeah, he's lucky, you know. There's lots of people out there that would like to spend Valentine's Day with me, but here I am out here with Scott having a joyful time. So, all right, folks, I will see you at the trailhead. It's adventure time. Right off my head. Well, that is a pathetic fence.
What? Dude, what is it with that hat? It just keeps wanting to escape.
It's this beanie on top of my head. I forgot to tighten it up.
A day in the life of a YouTuber.
Yeah, I like that. It's a nice perspective. There's a water tower up here.
Updated.
Sometimes water towers are neat. So we're going to get some bird's eye view of it.
Laura's mom. Good to see you. You too. Take off. Home points updated.
Trying to land it before the dog came over here. They call this sculpture Rusty. Rusty the Rabbit. It makes sense.
All right.
I can't. There it is.
So we saw a couple. We bumped into a couple having a picnic lunch, and they recognized us.
Yeah.
They clearly were bigger fans of Bane than they were of me. And this is my hometown. This was my home trail.
And they're from like an hour away.
But they clearly, I mean, they tried to act. They were nice to me, but you can't use this because they're going to see this.
Yeah, that's okay. Good job, folks. Good job.
I'm just joking. I was trying to act like I was offended because they were bigger fans of Bane, but I don't know. I did get the feeling like they were a little more excited to see the Banester than me. You know?
Well, they know my name.
But they were the nicest couple, though. I mean,
Yeah, you meet the nicest people on a bike trail. It's I am certain, to be honest, I'm certain with this crowd of folks, there's probably people that recognize this that didn't say hello because they don't want to, but I'm going to repeat this. If you see me out and about, give me a shout because I enjoy it. Yeah. Check out my road trip portion of this video. We're going to go hit downtown Greenville this evening. I don't know what all we're doing, but this is a big old adventure for me. We're in Greenville this evening, out here poking around, enjoying the nightlife, and it's slam busy. We're currently in a parking garage. The parking garage is full. They wasn't going to let us in, but Scott big-timed him and pulled out his ID, and we got in. I don't know what we're doing, but we're here to do it. We're out here big time. This is Scott and Scott Jr.
welcome to Greensburg, South Carolina.
Bane, how are you, man?
Motif like a theme.
That might be the biggest geode I've ever seen. It might also be fake. I don't think it is.
Is this the kind of hotel you'd like to stay in on your bike trips?
Budget for Banestown?
The minute I can get people to pay for it, maybe. I'm surprised they even let me walk in here. was fine. I was videoing y'all.
It doesn't seem like. There's somebody in it right this second.
Of course there is. She better be attractive. Probably not. It's a geode.
It's nice and warm.
I'm curious if the geodes are real.
What is it?
It's a geode. I don't know if I doubt it's real. I don't know if it is real. That's insane.
Oh, this has been constructed like something. It's nice and toasty. Nice
Yeah.
and warm, isn't it?
Hold that, sir.
Is it? Are you recording?
Hold the actual camera because that thing falls off. Some.
Are you recording?
Yeah.
It is quite warm. It's like a heating stone. The ladies would love it.
Why don't you lay down?
I'm not a lady. I don't know how to pose like this. We're doing, what's it called? Thirst traps.
What does it feel like?
Feels like a heating. Have you ever? It feels like a heating pad.
I think I've been in it before once.
What do you mean you think? Get in there. Yeah.
Pretty obvious.
Well, the thing is, even if they're obvious, people start reacting. That's fake, and then it blows up anyways.
I know. That's true.
There is no negative feedback.
Right. Like they'll do these ones like I busted my wife.
Yeah.
When she was on a Tinder date, and you can tell it's complete fake.
Yeah.
Yeah. There it is. Get it, son. Fun, son.
You know what that is? Some woman left something in the car.
You used to take Bethany and Brooks prom pictures down in those places. People still do that kind of thing? I'm sure.
Peter's trying to get
There's a good ice cream shop up here with sundaes and milkshakes and stuff.
with Aaron Rodgers.
They're probably overcome.
Green Bay style.
People.
Hey, it worked once, not work again.
Any place that's good probably is. Mint cookies and cream, folks. Ice cream. They also have Great American Cookies. Not doing it. Don't be scared now.
I'm not scared.
Yeah, you got to do it.
I just want to. Really want to put your mouth on that? Not really. I keep it off.
Hey, I don't need that kind of
I
discouragement.
keep it off just a little bit.
Yeah, put your hand around it. It'll be all right.
Yell
Would
roll
you wanna calm
tide. Do you
down?
see what's behind you?
What's behind me?
It'll be all right. We got a big wig with us.
Logo
Where is
on the street pole.
it? Scott, is the tournament coming here again?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I got to find a way to get
Stop
in.
delaying, sir.
Our team is great this year. Illinois is coming to Greenville! Woo! Full time!
Well, it's Sunday morning. I think it's Sunday morning. And it's raining. I was going to go bike today. and do some films, obviously. But it's raining, so I thought I would skip biking today. I'm going to go to, I think it's the Conisty Nature Preserve. And I'm going to poke around on foot with an umbrella and see if I can't find some critters. That's all I'm doing right now. I intended to come here and bike, and it's possible that I'll still come here to bike, but it's raining and I don't want to deal with the rain. And there's a lot of boardwalks too, and I do not want to bike while filming on wet boardwalks. So stick around, let's see if we can find some critters. I've got, if you're watching this, you'll probably pay attention to my blabbing and stuff. I got a whole nother channel of nature stuff. So I get some nature stuff from my other channel that's not bike related necessarily. And just hanging out while it rains. I think tomorrow Scott's going to go with me to Columbia, South Carolina, where we're going to do some biking in some 60 degrees sunny weather, and I'm pretty excited about that. So follow along, folks. Like and subscribe. I try not to push. I don't do separate little segments cutting in generally about, hey, like my video. Maybe I should. But if you're watching, like the video, because it helps push the content to other people. Anyways, on we go, folks. On to some adventure. Seems like bad timing with this sprinkler. Well, it's raining and it's a little chilly. I believe this trail is supposed to be paved, at least this section that I'm playing around on. Probably nobody else out here. Rain's actually picking up a little bit. When I took off, it was just lightly sprinkling. It's a decent rain at this point. I thought maybe we'd see some birds or something. Maybe get a look-see at something out here, but it's pretty wet, so not sure how long I'll be out here. The sign said this was paved, and I just walked across some mud, so I don't know. I am hiding under my umbrella, trying to stay dry. My legs are getting wet. Might have to return here in a day or two. Looks like this might be paved, and then there's little sections off of it that are not paved. Let's see if we can find some critters. Lunch is brought to you in part by Scott from Joyful Trails. I'm trying to pull it off. Like, I made a comment about the new joke is who's going to buy Bane dinner. I'm hoping I'm hoping it takes off.
That would be kind of cool though. Everywhere you go, people say, "Hey, I got your dinner tonight, bro."
It's actually pretty common, especially like people that watch the channel, and I'm not really used to it, even though I joke about it. Except for Scott here. Scott has to buy because I'm making him famous. He's got so many of his viewers because of me.
We're here at the Copper River Grill in Greensburg, South Kakalaki.
Greensburg.
I just call it that sometimes.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you made a mistake about where you live at,
We
sir.
call it Green Vegas, Greensburg, the GVL.
It's dinner time out here with the famous folk. I'm rubbing elbows with the celebs. Mainly Scott's dad.
Third party.
Cup of coffee is the third party away from Google. The people that do it, they'll have like a link on their videos. If you want, if you got in fours. I want to say I feel bad about it, but the real star.
This is good.
You know how many peanut butter sandwiches you can get for $14? I've had whole trips that didn't cost $14 for my food. And $2 from a vending machine for some candy. You was just at the Walmart. We know what great value. We know where that comes from. You was at Walmart. Get you some Skittles from Walmart. What else? Oh, and crying about the rain in your tent. If you was asleep in your car somewhere, wouldn't have been no rain in your tent. $15 for a campsite? You risk your freedom. You don't pay. Then we'll talk.
Don't use that. Well, my channel would be demonetized immediately.
One way of making your trip cheaper is ride with someone else. Don't offer to pay for nothing. YouTube. It is, I think it's Monday. We are headed to Columbia, South Carolina. I still have company. Technically, Scott has company. I think that's how that works. We're going to go do some bike trails, some river trails along Columbia, South Carolina.
President's Day.
On President's Day.
We're going to ride in honor of Abraham Lincoln today.
Yeah.
Or whoever your favorite president is.
That guy.
Insert fill in the blank here.
Follow along, folks. Follow along. I'm tired. We got up stupid early. And I'm not driving. So I don't have to be all alert. And now I'm just tired.
Hey, let me get you excited a little bit. Because I've been on this trail before that we're going to. And if it's still as good as it was then, we're going to be riding on some awesome boardwalks beside an incredible river with a bridge that crosses over to an actual island called Boyd Island. So yeah, the whole thing is going to be quite the pleasurable experience.
I have a love-hate relationship with boardwalks because they're slick. On we go, folks. Like and subscribe, follow along. That guy's veering into our lane. No wonder their door is beat up. They've had accidents before. The money shot could be here in a second when I change. Oh, nice.
Just ask you. So, when you're on a ride, what is it that determines where you put the drone up? Is it just whatever catches your eye? Do you look for certain things?
Usually something catches my eye. Sometimes I forget to even do it. You know, it depends on where you're at, what kind of time I'm working with, but. You know, you see stuff, you go through stuff that, you know, when you're out here on the bike, you know where you're at and you can see the surroundings. But when you're filming from the bike, it's pretty difficult to show people where you're at. There we go. It's pretty difficult to show people where you're at, and the drone just helps with that.
Thank you. That was expert commentary.
The name of that place. I went to it in one of my early videos.
As seen on Joyful Trails. I feel like they should give us free food and welcome us.
Yeah.
Nice table. Really should be waiting for us. We just got done with the Saluda Riverwalk Trail. It's a shorty, but I actually liked it a lot. It was really pretty. Riding along the river. It's all concrete and bridges. You gotta watch those bridges. Catwalks. I guess it goes by the zoo as well. There's a, I don't know what you call it, the little passenger, not rail cars, like a ski lift. Anyways, we're looking for some lunch currently. Scott doesn't know where he's at apparently.
Going to Russia's.
We're going to Russia's, wherever that is. We're going to have some lunch.
Russia's fabulous food.
It's fabulous. And we're going to have some lunch and then probably go find another trail. It's adventure time, folks. It's adventure time. I'm tired. I'm getting my pregame on. probably don't want to do that.
All right, take a bite.
Folks, we are headed towards the KC Riverwalk. Technically, we're heading away from the KC Riverwalk right now. And
It's a dead end.
we're looking for it. Now, this is over here on the left. This is the second silhouette of a cowboy I've seen.
Oh yeah, this is the art.
That's not really
This is the art district.
that's not really a cowboy. That's a Spanish fella.
Look over there.
Now, over here we got some. This is the third mural, technically the fourth, that I've seen in this area, and they are some nice murals.
Look on the other side of this building right here. There's one. Unless they painted over it. Look at that mess right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Folks, we don't know where we're at.
We're
gonna get ganked.
We're headed in the right direction.
We're gonna get gotten.
Where's the Congaree River?
Folks, be careful who you let navigate and drive.
I promise I've been on this trail like 3 times.
Our bikes are gonna get stolen while we sit here. You gotta go, you gotta go.
Drove my van around the refuge. There was a bike path that went by it. I always wondered where it went and how far. I think you might can catch it at the end of the first house of the St. Mark's Trail and turn right, and there it is. But anyhow, so glad you enjoyed your Florida trip. There was lots of birds in that refuge. Come on, dude, you slept in your car when you got a tent. I have slept in my tent in 5-degree weather before, and it's in the 20s. That's awesome.
I know I'm a creepy old man, but you can still say hello. Folks, I ain't even sure what's happening currently. We're in Columbia, South Carolina, at the capital of South Carolina. That's Columbia. Yeah. And Scott wants to just ride around town in all this busy traffic. So, if this is the last you hear from me, Scott's tired of our growing numbers and he's trying to get rid of the competition, getting me ran over. Scott doesn't like riding on the road, so I really don't know what he's doing.
Okay, go. Stay right there, I'm gonna zoom in. Wait.
I'm on top of the world!
Trails.
Do a twofer?
Just be a longer video that includes both trails.
Well, are you going to do a twofer and then still make it a 2-part?
No, I wouldn't do a 2-part. I don't think.
I think you couldn't go wrong. They're both river walks.
Yeah.
They're very similar. You could do a comparison.
One was on the Congaree and one was on the Saluda. The third one that we did not go to today because we didn't have time and it was closed, and more importantly, it's on the Broad River.
Well, folks, we're getting some behind-the-scenes footage of us contemplating how to put videos together. The trails we rode today, Scott's done already. And I'm just repeating what he just said. He's contemplating doing one video of them together. I'm officially tired. And we are leaving Columbia, South Carolina, Heading west towards Greenville. Into the sun, folks. Into the sun. It is 5:40 with an ETA of 7:22. None of this matters. None of it matters. Contemplating the Doodle Trail tomorrow. There's supposed to be some railroad stuff on the Doodle Trail. So, kind of down with some railroad stuff. And that may or may not be it for this trip. I'm not sure. Has to return to work.
Keep left to merge onto
Some point in time.
I-126 toward Greenville.
Not very often I'm in the passenger seat. Unless I'm getting a shuttle ride, of course.
Holy cow.
This would be better if Scott watched his window. Nobody can see.
Including me. And that's not good.
Well, Scott, how was your day?
Dude, I need some Skittles.
I bought you Skittles, you unappreciative person, you.
But I left them in the Joyful Trails studio.
I bought him Skittles, and he just left them, you
For
know?
about 59 miles, continue straight.
I don't know, folks. I guess all the love is done this Valentine's Day weekend. It's Monday. Valentine's Day is over.
So these three couples wanted to join the church, and the pastor said, well, that's great, we'd be glad to have you, but I'm going to need you to fully consecrate yourselves to the Lord for 1 month, and that means being celibate. I need you to refrain from relations for 1 month, and then come and I'll have you join the church. So the first couple came and said, we were successful, and we refrained, and he said, great, you can join the church. The second couple came and said, we also consecrated ourselves and we remained apart for 1 month, and we would like to join the church. And he said, great, you can join the church. The third couple came in and the husband said, well, preacher, I'm afraid I got bad news. We was eating breakfast one morning and she had on a real low cut top, and I don't know, it just got to me, got the best of me, and we ended up making love right there on the breakfast table. And the pastor said, well, I'm sorry, I'm not going to be able to allow you to join the church. And he said, oh, that's all right, they're not going to let us back in Hardee's either.
Alright, folks, that's it. My camera's dying. To be continued. Literally the very next clip you see. Folks, this is the continuing road trip. It is, I think it's Tuesday. We're taking over the Joyful Trails studio.
Yeah.
This is my studio now.
Usually I have my crew set everything up, but they're off today. It was a holiday weekend, so I'm having to do it myself.
So, yeah.
Wink, wink.
My new thing is I'm going to various YouTube channels and I'm jacking everything. This is mine now.
Okay, listen. We gotta get
So,
three, two, one. Let me say something. 3, 2, 1. It's Bane from Adventure Time with Bane, coming up next on this edition of Joyful Trails. Okay, what do you want to say?
not only am I still in his studio, but I'm making him take part in it. He's quite worried about not making me happy before he gets me out the door and the door locked behind me. That's it, folks.
Bro, it's time for you to go.
Yeah, it's time for me to go. It is I think it's Tuesday. We're going to go hit the Doodle Trail. We're going to doodle on the Doodle Trail. We, as in us. I'm ditching Scott. He's got to go back to work.
You going to do a little doodling today?
We're going to do some doodling. So, you know, if you're still watching this, which, you know what? If you're watching this right now, I don't know how long this video is going to end up being. This is part of my road trip video. Say hello and say, yeah, we're still here, you moron, whatever. And stick around for the ride back home.
I think it's the caffeine talking right now. He did not mean to call you a moron.
Not y'all, me. I'm the moron.
Okay.
I was saying, yeah, you guys respond. Yes, moron, we are still here.
Okay, I understand now.
I ain't cutting none of this out, probably. None of this. All right, that's it, folks. Our next shot is going to be me driving to the trail. Well, folks, we are in Easley, South Carolina, right outside the City Hall. Yeah, the City Hall. And we are going to bike the Doodle Trail. The Doodle Trail. And then we're going to drive home. So, I'm trying to get up and get motivated. Been a good trip. Yeah. Folks, I'm outside of City Hall in Easley, South Carolina. We're going to bike the Doodle Trail. So, stick around. The trip continues. Well, folks, that is it for the Doodle Trail. The Doodle Trail is a nice little trail. It's fun, but it's one of those trails, if you're nearby, it's worth checking out. But it's not a destination trail. Paved the entire way. Rolling hills. About 8.5 miles from end to end. I'm on my way home now. I got about 5.5 hours. It's 328 miles currently. Still in South Carolina on, I don't know, Route 25 north for the next 50 miles or so. I'm tired. I'm not sure if I've not been getting enough sleep or if I'm not eating enough, which could be the case. Or I'm just burning it from both ends a little bit too fast. This was a fairly impromptu trip. I had a lot of fun. Didn't really know what I was getting into. I just looked at the map. It looked like Greenville was decent weather. I gave Scott a shout. He basically canceled his plans to stay in town and hang out with me. He was going to go to Florida. And when I came down, I figured maybe I could catch Scott and we could go out and hit the Swamp Rabbit Trail. Say hello since I was going to be in town. And then I figured that'd be about it. But Scott graciously invited me to his couch for basically the weekend. And took me around. We went to Columbia yesterday, biked around the state capital of South Carolina, and some Riverwalk trails. I'm quite exhausted. It's just a little impromptu road trip. If y'all's watching this, I really appreciate it. I don't, not everybody watches these road trip portions. Scott hooked me up with some footage of me getting footage. I'll probably throw that in here, which you've seen already if you've watched this. Just kind of behind the scenes of a road trip. On the cheap. I don't know if I got anything else going on the way home. It's currently 3 o'clock. I won't be home till 8:30. if I don't stop for, I gotta stop for get gas. It'll be 9 o'clock before I get home. I don't know what stops I'll be making outside of gas. But you know, maybe, who knows? I don't know. I guess you probably know already by the time left on this video. Got a lot of stuff going on. I got several videos to produce out of this trip. I got a bike trainer that got delivered while I was gone. For all I know, you've already seen, I'll probably video that. We're going to be doing some online group rides. Probably. Anyways. That's it for now. Maybe I'll blab some more. If not, that's it for the trip. And I don't know, like and subscribe, follow along. Share with your friends, folks. We're trying to grow this channel. I am exhausted. On we go. A little mirror action. A little mirror action. Look at that. What kind of shot is that? That's art right there, folks. That's art. I don't care what you say. Man, I'm realizing how bright the console is in this car. Alright, it's almost 7 o'clock. On my way home. I just rolled into Kentucky. And I'll be in Kentucky. Most of the miles left will be in Kentucky. I guess a quick recap, partially to help me remember, because my memory sucks. So I took off after work on Thursday, rode down to Johnson City, crashed with Chris and his wife. Rode the Tweetsie Trail Friday, and then from there rode on down to Greenville, South Carolina. South Kakalaki. I think that's how Scott pronounces it. Nobody else, just Scott from Joyful Trails. Drug Scott out Saturday, and we rode the Swamp Rabbit Trail from end to end. The actual Swamp Rabbit Trail, if you look, there's all kinds of offshoots of the Swamp Rabbit Trail that we didn't hit. Basically, that connects the various areas around town to the Swamp Rabbit Trail. But we rode the main trail. And then Sunday, it rained. I was going to go out biking around Sunday, but opted to not bike in the rain. And I went and walked around the, you know what? I don't remember what it's called, but the nature preserve in the Greenville area. And then yesterday we went towards Columbia, South Carolina, the capital of South Carolina. We rode a couple of Riverwalk trails. The Saluda Riverwalk Trail and the Casey, I think, Riverwalk Trail. Both was pretty cool, but I preferred the Saluda Trail. It's actually super nice. If you're in that area, it's definitely worth checking out. They both are, but the trail around the Casey Riverwalk, the locals don't seem to know much about trail etiquette. And then we rode around the Capitol downtown a little bit, which was a lot more fun than I expected it to. It kind of makes me want to maybe try that some more, riding around different cities. I kind of contemplated that, so I might give that a try. It was kind of enjoyable, more fun than I expected it to be. And then today, which is Tuesday, I woke up. We filmed a little bit. We filmed some this morning in the Joyful Trails studio. And I rode the Doodle Trail and then, took off. Now, Scott thought I was going to ride the Doodle Trail and crash one more night and then drive home. He thought it was a lot to do biking the trail and then driving home. It was like 6 or 7 hour drive. And, that's how we do it. We ain't got no time to waste. So, it'll be, I don't know, about 9 o'clock when I roll home. And that's pretty much it for this trip. I'm not stopping anywhere else. Nothing else to see on the way home. This is Route 23 through Kentucky. Basically from Pound Mountain to Ashland, Kentucky. Pound Mountain is in Virginia. So 23 rolls through Pikeville and Prestonsburg and Paintsville, Louisa, all through Kentucky. And I'm pretty much home by the time I hit the Ashland area. So that is it for this trip. If you watched, I really appreciate it. I can't imagine that you're watching and that you didn't subscribe already. But if you didn't, like and subscribe. We're pushing towards 5,000 subscribers. I don't know. Really, it just depends on YouTube pushing stuff. If you guys don't share it with your friends, then it's just all on YouTube pushing. I think I'd like to when we hit 5,000 subscribers, I'm going to invest in a better camera, like a real camera. Mainly so I can do some more footage of critters. These cameras that we use to film trails are quite limited in what kind of distance you can film in. They're pretty good though. Anyways, that's just kind of a goal. We're setting goals and knocking them down, people. Setting goals and knocking them down. I am blabbing at this point just to help me stay awake. Just to help wake me up. If I had service, I'd probably go live just to kill time, but there's not a lot of service through this portion of Kentucky. This is eastern Kentucky. Anyways, that's it. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you watched all this. Say, yeah, I watched it all. Or whatever you want to say. but comment. Let me know you watched it all. Now, for you folks who watch on TV, which is what I do, you can watch this on TV and still comment on your phone, which is what I do. Like and all that stuff. Anyways, that's it. Thanks for watching. Until next time, follow along. This is quality content. Like and subscribe.
Bane is the most awesome dude ever.